then what you do? So f dash z, f dash z equal to what? Phi 1 z0 minus I phi 2 z0. So then simply integrate it. After integrating, f z equal to what? Phi 1 z0 dz minus I phi 2 z0 dz plus c. And that is just to integrate with respect to z, you will get the analytic function of what? Fz. So if you know one function, that means if you know the real part, the using that real part, you will be able to find out the what? This analytic function what? Fz. Okay. Similarly, for v of xy, you can, using this method, you can able to find out the analytic function. So here, if v of xy is given, so how will you get the your analytic function fz? So for that, the formula you can remember that one, fz equal to what? Integration psi 1 of z0 plus I psi 2 of z0 bz plus c dash, some constant here. So where here, then here, just to see how you are getting this one. Here, this one, just to see. Just to convert this one in terms of what? V. So Vx is already there. Now Ux. So Ux equal to what? Ux equal to Vy. Ux equal to Vy plus here I Vx. So this Vy is equal to, you consider what? Psi 1 of xy. Vy equal to, you can consider psi 1 of xy, and this Vx equal to, you can consider what? Psi 2 of xy. Same thing. And then you substitute here, you will get the result. So it will be more clear if I will do one problem over that. So now let's see this problem. Let's see this problem. What is given? Find the analytic function for which the real part is what? This one. The real part means which part? U of xy is given. You need to find the function what? Fz. You need to find the function what? Fz. That is very simple. So you need to find fz, and this is which, this is the which part? This is the part U of xy, the real part. The real part is given. Okay. So here U of xy is equal to what? This one. So just now I did the formula. If you see the formula, fz equal to what? Fz equal to phi 1 z0 dz minus I phi 2 z0 dz. And what is phi 1 and what is phi 2? Phi 1 is your partial derivative of u with respect to x, and phi 2 is what? Partial derivative of u with respect to y. So we will find this one now. So phi 1 is equal to del u by del x. So here u is what? Obviously know how to find out the partial derivative. If you are differentiating this with respect to x, so you need to consider y as constant. Keeping y as constant, you need to what? Differentiate this u with respect to x. So you will get del u by del x. Similarly, if you want to differentiate with respect to y, so this time you need to consider x as constant, and then you have to differentiate this with respect to y. So you will get del u by del y. So the differentiation obviously you know, so I'm not going to explain that part. So just here del u by del x is calculated. Similarly, del u by del y is also calculated here. So this is your del u by del x part. This is your del u by del x part, and this is your what? Del u by del y part. Okay. Now see. Now the formula f dash z equal to what? F dash z equal to phi 1 z0 minus I phi 2 z0. Is it not? Now, what is phi 1 here? What is phi 1? Now see, this is your phi 1. This is your what? Phi 1. So what you'll do here to get phi 1 z0, here it is what? Phi 1 of xy, is it not? This is what your phi1 of xy. Now you need what? You need phi1 of z0. That means to get this one, what you'll do here? Here you simply replace x by z and y by 0. Just simply you replace x by z and y by 0. So just to put here, y0 cos 0 is how much? X equal to z here, so e to the power minus z twice z cos 0, y equal to 0. So cos 0 is how much? That is 1. Cos 0 is what? 1. And here this will be 0.
Yes, sir.
So it will be what? Minus, so it will be twice z e to the power minus z. So see here, twice z e to the power minus z, the first part. The second part here, minus e to the power minus z, z square, this will be 0, cos 0 is what? 1. So e to the power, this will be what? E to the power minus z square. So e to the power minus z is common, so it will be what? Twice z minus z square. Similarly, phi 2 z0. So here you need to put in place of x, z, and in place of y, 0. So if you put, so e to the power minus e to the power minus z, and this will be 0. Then sine 0 is again 0. So this term is also 0. And sine 0 is 0. So this term is also 0. Here if you put 0, so this term is also 0. So ultimately, the phi 2 terms become what? Totally 0. So f dash z equal to what? E to the power minus z into twice z minus what? Z square. So f dash z equal to what? E to the power minus z into twice z minus z square. So what? To get, you need to find fz. So what you'll do? Just to integrate both sides with respect to z. So integration, here already differentiation, integration differentiation will cancel out. You will get fz. And this side, integration of what? This one. E to the power minus z into twice z minus z square dz plus some constant. So obviously you know how to integrate. Integration obviously you know. So just use the product formula here. U into V formula. U into V formula. Use this. Using product formula, find it. You will get this one. You will get this. Okay. You will get this one. Now see here.
Yes, sir.
Now see here. If you suppose you need to find V here. So V is of what form? V is a functions of x and y. So but here but fz is a functions of z. So fz in terms of z you have already got here. The analytic function fz you have got. Now now if you need to find V from this. So to find V from this, so fz is of the form of what? Fz is always of the form u plus what? U plus iv. U plus what? iv. It is of the form u plus iv. So u already know because u is already given. Now fz in terms of z, using this method, empty method, in terms of z, you have already got here fz. Now what? To get v, just to try to write this fz in terms of what? U and v. Just to try to write here. So here, see here. In place of, to do this one, what you'll do? In place of z, just you put x plus iy. In place of z, what you'll do? In place of z, just you put x plus iy. And then you separate the real and imaginary part. Then you separate the what? The real and imaginary part. So you'll find that the real part will be equal what it is given already. And if it is not equal what it is already being given, then that means whatever the analytic function you have got here, that analytic function is not correct one. That means you have done some mistake in previous step. But after putting z equal to x plus iy here, and after splitting it in real and imaginary part, if you find whatever the real part you have got here, You are getting the same real part which is already been given in your question, in your problem. Then whatever there in the V part, that will be what, nothing but the V, the second, this imaginary part, this is V. So in that way, you will be able to find either analytic function if it is given U, and if it is given V, then there is the second part of the empty method that already I have shown. You have to consider Vy equal to psi 1 and V2 and Vx equal to psi 2. And then you have to use this result again, and then you integrate it, you will get your required analytic function. Okay, tell me if anyone have any doubt here in finding this one. So very simple here. Again, I am just saying, since here your analytic here you need to find the analytic function, and its real part is given. So real part is denoted by uxy, and imaginary part is denoted by v of xy. So since real part is given, so I'm denoting it by u of x comma y. So this is real part. Now your question is to find analytic function fz. So to find the analytic function, already in the formula, what you need to do? What you need to do? You need to consider ux equal to what? Phi 1 of xy, phi 1 of xy, phi 1 of xy, and uy equal to what? Phi 2 of xy. So just to consider, then you find phi 1 and phi 2. So here I have considered, here phi 1 and phi 2 I already have calculated here. Then here f dash z equal to what? Phi 1, f dash z equal to what? Phi 1 z0 minus I phi 2 z0. Okay, so just you substitute there. So already you have got phi 1 and phi 2. So in place of x, just you put z, and in place of y, simply you put 0. You will get phi 1 z0 and phi 2 z0. And then you substitute that value here, and then you integrate this one, this equation, just to integrate with respect to z. So integrate these two, and then you will get a function of z, and that will be your what? Analytic function. But in place of finding analytic function, if your question is what? If u is given, you need to find the v, then what? Up to this step is same. You need to find up to fz. After that, what you'll do? If you have got in this problem, if you see fz, you have got here till the problem is over here. The problem is over here. You got the analytic function, but your question is to find the v. So what you'll do? To find v, you need to replace this z by what? X plus iy. And then you separate the real and imaginary part. Then you find the real part, whatever you are getting after splitting this in terms of real and imaginary part. So whatever the real part you are getting, you will get the same function or same real part as it is given in the problem. And then whatever the v part is there in terms of xy, that will be your v of xy. So in that way, using this result, using this method, you will be able to find easily the analytic function or the function v. Okay, so next is your what? There is another method by which also you will be able to find. So what is that? Just I'm explaining one problem here. Now see here, suppose u is given. Find the analytic function in u plus iv. So that can be the analytic function can also be calculated in different way also. If you are good in using empty method, that's sufficient. No need to follow the second method. That is sufficient. That method is sufficient. but since there it is, so I'm explaining that one problem over this, how to calculate that one. Now see here, the real part is given. That is what? U is equal to e to the power x into cos y minus y into sin y. Your question is find the analytic function u plus iv. So u is given, that means you need to find v, and then you substitute here, you will get the analytic function fz. Okay, so how will do that one? Okay, u is given here. So since u is given and fz is of the form what? Fz is of the form u plus what? Iv. It is of the form what? U plus iv. So in your problem, this is given. This is given. It is given. It is given. So that means you need to find v. You need to find what? V. Don't follow this method. This method will not, it will be, okay, leave this method. This method is not necessary. This problem you will be able to solve by the earlier method, whatever I have explained that one. This problem can be solved by earlier method. Just solve it earlier method. I'm showing a different method, not this, that one. Yeah, yeah, this one, this method. This method. Now, so that the function, this one is harmonic first, and find the corresponding analytic function. This method, just here. Okay, let's see here. U is given. What you need to do first? You need to prove it, or you need to show that this function is harmonic. So when a function is harmonic, a function is said to be harmonic only if it's satisfying the Laplace equation. So what is the Laplace equation for this? That means you need to show that del square u upon del x square plus del square u upon del y square, that must be is equal to 0. You need to prove this one. That means u is given here. U is given, just to find the second order derivative with respect to x and with respect to y, and then you add it. Then you add. If you get 0, that means what? This function is harmonic. Simple. So here, first derivative del u by del x, then second derivative with respect to x. So second del square u by del x square is what? 6. Similarly, with respect to y, just to differentiate twice. Once if you are differentiated, minus 6y. Once more differentiated, minus 6x. So if you add these two, del square u by del x square plus del square u by del y square, 6x minus 6x, that will be what? 0. So that means what? The function u is what? Harmonic. Now next you need to find what? The analytic function fz. So fz equal to what? Obviously you know, earlier I have already shown. Fz equal to what? Ux plus I Vx. And Vx equal to what? Minus Uy. So Ux equal to what? Minus Uy. So Ux already here. What is Ux? 3x square minus 3y square minus I. Uy is equal to what? Minus 6y. 6xy. Then it will be what? This will be nothing but your what? Phi 1 z0 minus I phi 2 z0. This is what? Phi 1 z0 minus I phi 2 z0. So this is what? Phi 1 z0. In place of x, just to put z. So 3z square, and y is what? 0. So 3z square minus 0. And here in this part, 6, x is z, y is 0. So 0. So ultimately this you are getting 3z square. So f dash z equal to what? 3z square. So fz equal to what? Z cube plus c. Simple. So what? If you need to find v from here, you need to find v. So what you'll do here? In place of z, just to put x plus iy. And then you x plus iy whole cube. Then you break it. A plus b whole cube. Formula, using formula. And then you separate the real and imaginary part. So real part will be this one. And then you will get the imaginary part here. And that will be what here? The v. That will be the v part. Next we do one more problem, then it will be more clear. And that is also same. The simple differentiation is there. Okay, just see this problem. This is something different kinds of problem. Now, if W is equal to Fz and Fz is of the form U plus IV, and U minus V is given, not here only U or V is given. Here U minus V is equal to this one. Find W in terms of Z. W means you need to find Fz in terms of Z. So here, neither the real part nor the imaginary part in separate it is given. It is given U minus V is equal to this one. So okay, let's see how can you find out this Fz. So U minus V equal to this one. This is already given. So what I am doing, I am differentiating with respect to x here. So del U by del x minus del V by del x is equal to what? Just U into V formula. Or why you need U into V? Because you are differentiating with respect to x. So y will be constant. So this whole part becomes constant. So differentiation of e to the power x is what? E to the power x cos y minus sin y. Then again you differentiate with respect to x, this y. So del U by del y minus del V by del y. And here, since you are differentiating with respect to y, so x will be constant. So keeping x constant, cos y differentiation is what? Minus sin y, and sin y differentiation is what? Cos y. So here minus, here is also minus, so minus will be common. So e to the power x sin y plus cos y. Now use the Cauchy-Riemann equation to convert this one. Now see, del u by del y. To convert this one in terms of x. So you know the Cauchy-Riemann equation, ux equal to what? Ux equal to vy and uy is equal to what? Minus vx. Okay. So uy is equal to what here? Uy is equal to minus vx. So in place of uy, I'm substituting minus vx. And del v by del y, so vy is equal to what? Ux. And that is minus del u by del x. So this is. If you get disconnected, so please join again. Okay. So just to take common minus, and so minus will be cancelled out from both sides. So you'll get del v by del x plus del u by del x equal to this one. So this is equation 2 and this is the equation 1. Now if you add this, or if you solve these two equations for what? Del u by del x and del v by del x. So solve this equation 1 and 2. Solve this equation 1 and equation 2 for what? For del u by del x and del v by del. Very simple. If you add this one, add these two, you will get del u by del x. Del v by del x will cancel out. And then if you subtract equation 1 from equation 2, then del u by del x will cancel out. You will get del v by del x. Simple. So you'll get here del u by del x. You have. Okay, let's see here. So what here? So solve this equation 1 and 2 for del u by del x and del v by del y. You will get del u by del x this one and del v by del x. That's okay. So this I am considering, because del u by del x in empty method I have considered what it is, phi 1 z0, phi 1 of xy, and del v by del x I have considered it is what, phi 2 of xy. So you'll got phi 1 of xy and phi 2 of xy. Now it's over. Now what will do? Just to substitute, you find phi 1 z0 and phi 2 z0. So in place of x you put z, and in place of y you put 0. So you will get here from this, and from this you will get. So phi 1 z0 plus I phi 2 z0. So phi 1 z0 means what? In place of x you put z, and in place of y you put 0. So e to the power z cos 0. Cos 0 is what? 1 e to the power z. Plus I here e to the power z sin 0 is what? 0. Sin 0 is what? 0. So it will be what? 0. So you are getting only e to the power z. So integration of e to the power z dz plus some constant of integration, and integration of e to the power z is what? E to the power z plus c. So this is the required analytic function. And if you need to find the u and v separately, so what you'll do here? Very simple. If you need to find, already you have got here. No. So if you need to find separately that u and v, so what you'll do? In place of z, just you put what? X plus iy. Okay, sorry, x plus iy. So it will be nothing but e to the power x into e to the power iy. And so e to the power x and e to the power iy is what? Cos y plus I sin y. Cos y plus I sin y. So this will be what? E to the power x cos y plus e to the power x, I will be there, e to the power sin y. Sin y. So this is the u and this is the what? V. So you got the u and v part. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now just see here. There is another problem here in different way also. Oh, see here one problem can be done in different way also. But if you understand that empty method, that is sufficient to find fz if it is u is given or v is given, whatever it may be. If u is given, so using empty method, you can find fz. And from after getting fz, just to split it in terms of real and imaginary part, you will get from there v. That's simple. And if b is given, then the empty method for that is also given. Use that one, you will get the result. So here u is given, determine v so that u plus v is a regular function. That means analytic function. Okay, del u. So u is given. So what I am going to do? I am going to find del u by del x and del u by del y. Okay. So here now del u by del x is given. Del u by del x you can easily find, differentiate with respect to x, keeping y as constant, and then you differentiate this with respect to y, keeping x as constant. Okay, so you got del u by del x and del u by del y. Simple. Now you know the Cauchy-Riemann equation again. Ux is equal to what? Vy. Ux equal to what? Vy, and Uy is equal to what? Minus Vx. Minus Vx. Minus Vx. Okay. So here Uy. So obviously no, that's del v by del x equal to what? Minus del u by del y. Is it not? Minus del v by del x equal to what? Del u by del y. That means del v by del x equal to what? Minus del u by del y. So del v by del x equal to what? Minus del u by del y. And del u by del y already we have calculated. That is what? Minus 6y xy plus 6y. So already minus is there. So minus minus will be plus 6xy minus 6y. So del v by del x you have got. Now see here. This method is somewhat different one. This is not the empty method. This is the different method. Here u is given. So how will you get the v here? So very simple. U is given. To find v, first you differentiate this with respect to x and then with respect to y. That's over. You can easily do that one. Then use the Cauchy-Riemann equation here. So you know del u by del y equal to what? Minus del v by del x. So del v by del x equal to what? Minus del u by del y. So del u by del y already you know that one. So just to substitute here this value just to substitute here. So you will get this one. So you got del v by del x. Okay. So del v by del x equal to what? 6xy minus 6y. Now what you do? Integrate this equation with respect to x. Now see here. This is a partial derivative. So you know that in partial derivative, if you are differentiating with respect to x, so you need to consider other variables should be constant. The same concept will be, you can apply in case of integration also. So here del v by del x equal to what? 6xy minus 6y. So to get v from this one, what you need to do? You need to integrate this one with respect to x. You need to integrate with respect to x, keeping y as a constant. So here y you need to consider as constant. So here's just here. So integrate. So that means integrate. So v is equal to what? Integration of this one. Integration of this one with respect to what? Integration of this part with respect to what? X. Keeping y as constant. Keeping y as constant. So y is constant. 6 is constant. Difference integration of x is what? X squared by 2. So it will be cancel out. So it will be 3x square y. So it will be 3x square y. Then here 6 is constant, y is constant. So integration of constant, that means integration of dx is what, x. So minus 6yx plus, always if you remember, while integrating an indefinite integral, whenever you are integrating, you are writing some constant of integration. So here the constant of integration will be what? See here, why I have written f of y here. Now see here, this equation, this part you have got from where? Got from this equation by integrating with respect to what? X. So while you are integrating this equation with respect to x, you are considering y as what? Constant. You are considering y as what? Constant. So here, while writing this here some constant, in case of indefinite integral, you are writing c as a constant of integration. So in place of writing c, you need to write a function of constant, because you are this is a partial derivative. This is a partial differential equation. So while integrating, in place of this c, you need to write a function of constant, and that function of constant will be what? If you are integrating this one with respect to x, so what variable you are keeping as constant? Y. So this constant, so y is constant, that means f of y will be what? A constant, obviously. So this f of y will be what? Constant. So here you need to write f of y. Is that clear? Why I have written f of y?
Yes.
Because you are integrating this equation with respect to what? With respect to x. You are keeping y as constant. So while integrating, you are writing some constant of integration. So in place of constant of integration, uh, in place of this c, you need to write this what? Function of constant. And that function of constant will be what? F of the variable here you are considering as what? Constant. So here you are considering y as constant, so that will be f of y. So that will be a constant. Now from this equation, so from this equation, now you differentiate this one with respect to y. Why I am differentiating with respect to y, you will get later on. So differentiate with respect to y, this one with respect to y. So del b by del y with respect to y means what? With respect to y means you need to, while differentiating with respect to y, you need to consider x. While difference, please mute yourself, all of you. So while differentiating with respect to y, you need to consider x as constant. Okay, so del b by del y, this is what? 3x square y. So 3 is constant, x is constant. So differentiation of y is what? 1. So this will be 3x square. Then this part differentiation, 6 is constant, x is constant. Differentiation of y is what? 1. So minus 6x. Now this is not a constant. You are because you are, this is a functions of y. Now this time you are differentiating with respect to y. So this will be f dash of y. This cannot be 0 here, because this is a functions of y and you are differentiating with respect to y here. Now just see here. So now you got del v by del y. You got del v by del y. But according to the Cauchy-Riemann equation, ux equal to what? Vy. Is it not? Ux equal to what? Vy. And Vy already you have got from here. Vy already got. So now you try to find from it. So del b by del y, also del b by del y equal to del u by del x. And u already you know what is u. U is given. So you have already got, this is your del u by del x. This is your what? Del u by del x. So just to substitute this value here. So this is del u by del x. Now see here. For one function, you cannot have two different del v by del y. It should be same, is it not? It should be same. It cannot be different one. That means here one del v by del y you have got, and here one del v by del y you have got. So for one function, del v by del y cannot be different. It should be same. That means so from equation 2 and 3, equation 2 and 3, just to compare this. So this must be right, since left hand side is equal, so right hand side must be equal. So right hand side, so 3x square minus 6x plus f dash y is equal to 3, this one, just to break it, and this you have got here. Now see here, 3x square minus 6x. Okay, so 3x square minus 6x plus 3 minus 3y square. So here left side is what? 3x square minus 6x. Now see here, if you compare both sides, okay, so 3x square minus 6x is equal to 3x square minus 6x here, plus f dash y is equal to what? F dash y equal to 3 minus 3y square. So you are getting f dash of y is equal to what? Is equal to 3 minus 3y square. So what you do here? You need fy here. So f dash y you have got already. So next what you'll do? See, already I told you. F dash y you have got 3 minus 3y square. So what you do next? You just to integrate this with respect to y to get fy. So integrating with respect to y. So 3 is constant integration of dy is y, minus 3 into integration of y square is what? Y cube by 3. So 3 will cancel up y cube plus some constant of integration. So you got fy. So you got fy. Okay. So now see here. The equation 1. What is this one? Fy you have got here. What you need to find? You need to find this v only, no? You need to find this v only. So you have already got fy. Just in place of fy, put here. You will get your v. So what is fy? 3y minus y cube plus c. So just you substitute here. So after substitution, you will get this equation. So this is your v. So u is given. From that, using this method, you got v. Now, if you need to find the analytic function fz, in terms of z, so what you do? This is u plus iv using this method. So u value already you have got, you know v, just you put here, and then you try to write in terms of what? In terms of z. So to write in terms of z, you have to write it is in the form of what? X plus iy. Have to write. So you can use this method also, or I think the empty method will be very easy one. I think so for all of you. Or otherwise, this method is also not hard. You can use that method also. So similarly, there are many problems are here. Okay, similarly, there are many problems. Here. So you just to practice, just you master one method, that will be sufficient. No need to go for different methods. One method, that empty method, that is sufficient if you can do. So use that method. But if your question is to show that harmonic function, then first you need to show it is whether the given function is harmonic or not. So to show the function is harmonic, what you need to do? You need to check whether the given function is satisfying the Laplace equation or not. If it is satisfying, then it is harmonic. Otherwise, not. That is very simple. So you can go through this one. So there are many problems you go through. Just you follow one method and take the example, apply that method. There are many methods are here given. 2, 3 methods are given. Using 2, 3 different methods, the problems are solved. So I've already explained 2, 3 method already. So just you follow one method. No need to go for different method. If you just to follow one method, that is sufficient. So this is all about your finding the analytic function. So from this, one problem will come in your exam. One problem that must it will come from this part. Find the analytic function. Okay, so there are many problems. You can go through this all. Many problems are there. So all problems are of similar type. This just you go on. This will be also very simple. So that analytic function with constant modulus is constant. If your analytic function is given, if you are finding its modulus, if you're finding the modulus, if the modulus is constant, then the function itself is a constant. If the modulus of a analytic function is constant, then the function itself is a constant. Or in other way, so that an analytic function cannot have a constant absolute value without reducing to a constant. That means if a function is an analytic function cannot have an absolute constant absolute value. If you are getting the modulus of a analytic function is constant, that means the function itself is a constant. The proof is very simple. You can go through that one. Okay, now, so I will discuss this problem 19 in next class. This problem 19, maybe from this you may get one problem in your